Been on the fence about what grip tape to buy, 2mm, 4mm, hexagon. Well, today I'm going to give you my full review on the One Wheel Parts foam grip tape and which one I think would be the best for you. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, the Humble Savage, and today we are going to talk about that foam grip tape. Yes, that amazing One Wheel Parts foam grip tape. But which one should you buy? I've got so many options with them, and I love it. 2mm, 4mm, hexagon, 2mm hex, 4mm hex, custom. If you want a custom hex, you can have it all. But what one should you truly get? And I'm going to give you my little 2 cents on which one I think is the best for you. So, to break it down the easiest way possible, I look at these grip tapes like tires. You're going to have your softer rubber tires, which you're going to chew through faster, but they're amazing for ripping on. You know, your second level of tires, just like what we have for the one wheel, you know, amazing distance, feels good, might not be as soft as the, you know, the Ferrari style one that's for the racing, but it still feels good. And then you've got your, you know, longevity one that's comfort, but yet it's going to last longer than the other ones just because it's not going to get chewed up as bad. So I've had the chance to run them all. I've run the hex, the 2mm, and the 4mm. And the hexagon, at that point I'd kind of settled myself and called myself a 2mm guy. And I'll tell you why. So, up here I've got the first 2mm that I ever had. And the beautiful thing about this stuff is it's reusable. So this is the first 2mm I had. And on the back of my XR, I had a 4mm. And what I noticed with that is, so the 4mm, though soft and cushiony, since it is so thick, it can have the tendency, if you're going over a bunch of chunk and you start to, you know, you come off the board a lot per se, and your board flips over a lot, it's going to have the tendency to get, you know, snagged up and dragged up on the rocks or on anything, and you can rip chunks off. The same goes with the hex, though. I bought hex, I put it on, I loved it, but I will say, one ride, my first ride, I had 2 pieces of the hex come off. Now, they send you extra hex on the side so you can replace them. But that being said, that's why I say I equate it to tires, where it's like that Ferrari tire. You're not going to get the crazy mileage out of it. Same thing with the hex. You're not going to get the crazy amount of mileage out of it, possibly due to the fact that there's a likelihood that, you know, hexes could rip off around the edges. Same thing with the 4mm foam. The fact that it's thicker, there's more there to grab on. And I wish I had my XR up here because I would show you guys. It's way more chewed up on the back. And it's not even where my foot is placed either. It's a completely different area than where my foot gets placed and chews through. This wear is purely from the board, me coming off the board, and the board flipping over, riding across the ground, and being chewed up. So that was my take on the 4mm. Now the 2mm, as you can see, this is a 2mm that I had on the GT, and it's still in decent shape. Only place it really wore here. Now I ride goofy, so that means my foot will go on that diagonal there. And the only real place it really wore down was here. It just started to get flat, and then started to, you know, wear its way through. But not nearly as much as the 4mm. So this is where I say the 2mm is the one you want to go with if you want comfort, but you want it to last. Okay? And when I say last, like when this was on the board, this was during race season. And this was on the front of the GT, and I was beating her up. And so this lasted through the whole season, and it's still sitting up here. And the only reason I can't put it back on is because it's a little bit there. But I reused the other one from my XR, or no, reused the other one on the GT to put on the back foot pad, and that's what's currently on my newer GT. 2mm, 4mm, and the hex. Biggest downfall with the 4mm and the hex, the possibility of it getting torn up more. So you may have to switch your grip tape a lot. I don't know. You guys leave your comments if you're out there running the hex and you feel like you don't have to change a lot. If not, that's amazing. I just know in my experience, that one ride, I had hexes come off. I replaced them. They've come off again. I've replaced them. And at this point, I can't replace them because Future Motion has my board. But yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on the 2mm, 4mm hex. Hex 4mm, very comfortable, very amazing. It's going to keep you locked in, but tendency to get chewed up a little bit more. 2mm hex, same thing. Tendency to get chewed up, not as much because it's not sitting up as high, because it's thinner, but amazing comfort. Regular 4mm, again, thicker, can possibly be getting chewed up a little bit more when the board flips over, so you may be changing a little bit more. Regular 2mm, less material to possibly get chewed out when the board flips over. Therefore, you may not be changing it out as much as hex or 4mm. So, like I said at one point in this video, I became a 2mm guy, and you guys probably see me, I'm leaning on 2mm. If you're looking for the best all-around grip tape, I would say the 2mm foam is the best bang for your buck. Especially if you're looking for one, if you're going to get like a custom design per se. And they do amazing work on the custom design. My Humbly Savage design is still on my GT and my XR. Even though it's been written hard, it's still there. Yeah, if you're going to get custom and you want it to last a long time, I would say 2mm all day. 2mm all day, so then that way, even if your board does tumble and turn over, you at least know the likelihood of it getting chewed up is less. Now, with me bringing up the fact of it getting chewed up, I don't want to say in any way, shape, or form make it seem like the grip tape gets chewed up like it's garbage. No, it's amazing. The product is amazing. What I'm diving into are like the deeper idiosyncrasies of the grip tape and the differences between the two. This is the place to come to for a non-biased review, and that's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you the real deal Holyfield on what my experience was with it, and that's what it was. So, 2mm all day, 4mm still dope. Either way, put One Wheel Parts Ignite Foam Grip Tape on your board. It will change your life on the one wheel in an amazing way. It really will. Like I said at one point, the comparison, when I think I put my first video out about when I put it on the grip tape on the XR, it's like putting the Enduro on your board after riding a Vega the whole time. It's that big of a difference. So if you've done that and you felt that difference and you haven't gotten the One Wheel grip or the One Wheel Parts grip tape yet, do yourself a favor, just go click and buy it right now, because it's worth every penny. If you thought the video was full of information and it was helpful for you and help you decide which grip tape to go with, please hit that thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to grow around here. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We'll have plenty more content coming around for you guys. And until next time, as we say around here, stay humble, stay hungry, and you'll always remain humbly savage. Peace out, y'all. Until the next one.